Hi, your 5-minute friend here, Charles GP. We welcome you to the 37th edition of the program 5-Minute Talk, brought to you by Light to Youth, helping youth in their walk with God. Believe it or not, music has had and is having huge impacts on our society. That is why we've decided to take a look at Adele's song Easy on Me, a song that has been hailed as an encouragement for divorce. In fact, relationship expert and the author of Get Divorced, Be Happy, Headington, has also praised this song. After going through this song, I see two reasons Adele gave for her divorce. The first is ignorance. She talks about getting in marriage without knowing what she was putting herself into. And the next is unmet expectations. She talks about how she had given up who she was, but then there was no go in the river. Is divorce the solution to marital problems? That's the question we have to answer. And I would say no, divorce is not. Just as I tell people, marriage is not the solution to the problems of singlehood. Singlehood is not the solution to the problems in marriage. So we should not rush in marriage in an attempt to avoid the problem of singlehood, or we should not rush into singlehood as a way of avoiding the problems of marriage. No. But what we should instead do, we should focus on solving the problems of marriage, how we can make marriages better, how we can make families better, instead of encouraging divorce. You know what I'm about to say here, I'm not saying that was the case or that is the case for Adele. No, not at all. But what I would say is that we've saturated our society with the right what for the wrong whys. Yeah, that's it. And this also applies to marriage, which is a good thing, but we do it all but for the wrong reasons. And we have to stop that. We have to rethink marriage. One thing we've done to marriage is that we've idolized marriage. We've made marriage as an idol. But we have dehumanized singlehood. No one wants to be single anymore. That is something that is bad. Because people who are single feel less human, and no one wants to feel less human, so everyone wants to get married. And because people want to get married, they're just willing to do anything and everything to get married. And that has been one of the major cause of premarital sex, or called it cohabitations. Yeah, you have too many cases of premarital sex, cohabitation. But research has proven that the only thing premarital sex and cohabitation can do for us is that they will give us short time of marriage. The divorce cases, these are high contributors to divorce, premarital sex and cohabitations. So if we ought to have marriage as God has designed it, we need to go back to Him. He's the designer of marriage. You know, we have to go back to the creator of marriage. So we should know that marriage and singlehood, they are both good. That's the first thing. It's okay to be single. It's okay to be married. But when we are single or when we are married, we should be single or we should be married unto the glory of God. That should be the point. So if we are getting married, we should ask ourselves, getting married to this person, would it make me more Christian than I would be if I were single? And I mean, next question to consider, would I have a godly family with this person? That's it should be, because marriage is less about us and more about God. Thank you very much for being with me on the 37th edition of the program 5 Minute Talk, brought to you by Light to Youth, helping youth in their walk with God. I have been your 5 minute friend Charles GP. Just before I take a leave of you, our next two editions, I just want to tell you about them. We will be looking at some of the very key but often overlooked contributors to divorce. Thank you.